Welcome to episode 2 of this tips tutorial series, I guess, of Xenonauts 2. This is the pre-release version, but I thought I'd just sort of go through a little bit of way that you may want to approach playing. Now, the first thing we could get was the combat vehicles. When we get those, this is the Mars Combat Platform. We're 5 days into the game. Now, the Mars stands for Mechanical Armed Reconnaissance System. I'll deck this out now so you can sort of see how... actually, no, I'll do it once we've built it. Once you've got it, just accept the report. You get the sentry gun as well, which is sort of more just for your base defence. Accept that report as well. So new engineering projects are now available to build, and so we will actually go and assign a new research project. We now actually have a few different ones. Now, the ones that are probably worth getting are the plot ones, or the Warden Combat Armour really does give you a lot of survivability. So I'm really torn between these two, to be honest. The extra funding will certainly help, so maybe we'll go the xenobiology plot. This will then allow us to capture the aliens as well, so maybe we'll go that way. It does actually, it's not just a plot, it's not just a story element, it's other things in there as well. Okay, that's done, so we'll start that research. So we've got that one now coming in 8 days. Engineering, back over this way. Now we now have vehicles, and the vehicles we have is we want to get one of these Mars combat platforms. You can get a spare if you need it, but like it'll come in 5 days, so maybe 2 of those would be useful. One sentry gun just for base defence would be good as well. But let's just go and start production of that one. In fact, the sentry gun we could get a little bit later on, but let's just get one of these to start with. So we'll start production, and you can just sort of add or subtract the units that you're wanting through this side. So it'll be 5 days before we get this. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just go with that one. We'll just leave it there because there is an upkeep on these. Like this one here, the unit cost is 40,000. Does it say what the Mars platform is? It doesn't say. This is 250,000. I might just queue up one of these as well. So we'll just queue them into the actual list. And you can see there our funds are going backwards. We'll just go back across. Now everything else is decked out. We've got it in the last one. We sort of set everyone up on the for positioning back in the Skyhawk. We've got the privates now ready to go in the next mission. What else have we got in through here? Everything else is looking good. The main base, there's still a lot of days left before these are all built, so we're just waiting for these to sort of come good. The funding, let's have a quick look at that as well. So when we come back out to the Geoscape, there is, down through here, this is the panics. This is the panic in the different locations. So we need to try to control it. You can see there that we've got a little bit of panic rising in through this other side, through Latin America and the Middle East. And if we lose 2 of the regions, the aliens win, like it's game over. The funding report is the amount of money that we're likely to get, and it keeps on increasing depending on what we do. You can see there North America, Soviet Union, we're getting a lot in through that side. Western Europe, we're getting a lot as well. So we need to sort of keep this coming up all the time, which is cool, and we can then show the expenses report. This is what it's costing us to do things like the the actual upkeep. So we've got monthly upkeep of 875,000, and we've got an income of 2,330,000 at this stage. And as I say, this is fairly fluid. It will change over the course of the game. Nothing much you can do to really affect that in a big way other than doing these plot missions. Anyway, let's just let the game run forward until there's another event that occurs. So we just sit around and sort of wait for that one. So panic is rising in Latin America and in Africa, and as the journalists sort of disappear, like there's a journalist up there, panic's just going up a little bit with all of these sorts of things. Again, I don't remember any of this sort of stuff from the original Xenonauts. It just feels good with what it actually has. I'm going to pause this and then we'll come back when we get some sort of interaction. Now, there will be a specific one that will come up fairly soon, and that will be a cleaner mission, and we'll also have a shoot down an alien mission. So we'll have a look at both of those. Oh, right on cue. Here we go. We've got our engineers at Western Europe have completed work on the Mars combat platform. They'll now begin work on the Sentry. So let's now go and deck that out, because there's different things you can look at with that one. Now, very important, we're trying not to destroy the equipment. We're trying to kill off the aliens without actually destroying the equipment. So that's our initial goal in this early phase of the war. So we'll assign the engineering project. Actually, that's already done. We'll just leave that one where that is. 1 day, 5 hours for that one. I could go and grab a second Mars just in case this one gets destroyed. They do take a bit of damage during combat. And these are your most effective combat unit in the early part of the game until your team starts to really sort of level up. So let's go and start production on another one of those. Just keep them coming. We're under $1 million now in funding. Not that that matters. Just spend what you need. It's really not going to matter that much. Now we're going to go across into our soldiers, and we now actually have the Mars 1, and I want to assign that and replace one of the riflemen. So I'm just going to go and get rid of the highest level rifleman at this stage, which is that corporal. In fact, what I could do would be to, I do want these in the next mission. Yeah, it's not fantastic with what we've got there. Yeah, look, I'll leave her out. So we'll unassign her, and we'll put the Mars 1 in. So we'll actually bring that one into the Skyhawk. We'll go back in. We want the Mars up front. This is expendable. It's back over through this side. What have we got in this way? We've got got that one through there. I'll just move that one back out. Move that one into there for now. Move that one across. Move her over and just put this one in the middle. Right, so that's now got the Mars system loaded out in the actual, like in last episode I went through the layout of why we're doing the different sorts of layouts in through here. Again, just pick and choose what you want out of your game. If we now go across to the actual armory, and we're going to now deck out the Mars. So the Mars is number 7. We go and click on that one. And so we've got like main weapons, the primary weapons back in through here, and we've got the secondary weapons down this other side. Now what I like to do is, this thing here is a rocket launcher, which does a lot of damage, a lot of kinetic damage, which can blow things apart. So it can do an awful lot of damage with that particular rocket launcher. You've got 6 shots with this, and you've also then got this this ballistic auto rifle, so like a bit of a machine gun. The thing I like at the start of the game, to be honest, if I go to weapons, I actually like this cannon, this vehicle cannon, and this one does a lot of kinetic damage. It can still completely rip these things apart. Like 70 kinetic damage is a lot, but it's quite powerful. So it is a bit of a risk. If we just get rid of that, for example, and throw that one into that slot, so we now have the cannon. And when we go to the equipment, we've got a few other things in here. We've got the same one that we just had, the ballistic auto rifle. We've got the smoke launcher, if we do want to sort of use that one in through there as well. So that actually does give us like a smoke launcher, which can be useful, but I quite like this one in through here. This gives me plus 10 accuracy, so it changes my accuracy from 50 up to 60. So if I just go across, it just means that my cannon, which I've got 20 shots with, can now sort of do it at accuracy of 60, which makes it really quite a strong surgical sort of sniper type unit almost, rather than the big rocket launcher. But it's great that you can sort of chop and change these. So I thought I'd just show you that aspect. I'll now just go back and we'll just let the game sort of now run forward again until we get another mission. Right, now this is the next mission that's come up. This is the Cleaner Intelligence Hub, where we have to go off in a very short period of time and pick up a whole lot of different sort of computer data from a raid. Now it's the same map that I've seen each time I've played it so far. And so if I show this, it's going to be a walkthrough, but I will make some changes for this one. So rather than launch the combat team, I'm going to close this. I'm then going to go across to my aircraft. It's nice and close, this one. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to change the layout. I'm going to keep this one where that is. I'm going to then move this one back. I will be wanting them in there. In fact, I'll move that one back into there, that one into there, sniper across into here. And I'm just going to move everyone up the front just to save a little bit of action, because we don't need the sides in this particular mission. It's always, as far as I can see, it's the same map each time, and you don't need to look for your flanks. For most of the missions you do, but not in this case. When we need the sniper over on this side over here for this particular mission, I think. It's played out the same way 3 times now that I've actually been playing this one, so it's pretty much the same each time. But so I don't want it to be a walkthrough, so I won't sort of give too many spoilers as such, other than that is a pretty big tip. All right, let's just go back to the Geoscape. We're just going to click on this one, and we're then going to launch the combat team. Now we're going in at daylight. It's just going to be morning. That's okay. We'll just launch the combat team. Everyone's ready to go. Launch the aircraft. Again, we can just do the loadout. I don't know why we can't do unless there's a button that I'm missing somewhere. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it was back there. Okay, cool. If I just press escape. It's anyway, I'll launch the combat team in through there. It's a bit convoluted with what it actually does do. launch aircraft. So I clicked on that, and then it actually opened it up. But anyway, let's we're okay. We'll just launch the dropship. And here we go. So this mission is not easy, actually, not easy. So just be aware of that. It's this is a cleaner intelligence hub. These are humans that are helping the aliens. So it's early in the morning. Commence tactical battle. As I say, this has been the same each time I've played it. There's a truck out the front, and there's 2 guards at the entrance, which we have to get rid of straight away. So I'll show you that bit of it. I'll show you basically what you've got to do, but then I won't go any further with that one through there. Generally, once you clear the guards out, you've then got a bit of a clear run towards the building. But once you get inside the building, it does get pretty hot. So keep a lot of points back. So play defensively, but you're on a time limit with this one. Okay, this office building was used by the cleaners. There's a bus, not a truck, but there's the guards out the front. Retrieving data from the site should help us identify and expose the cleaner command and control network. This mission cannot be won by eliminating all enemies. The dropship will lift off automatically once your soldiers have returned to it with sufficient captured data. So capture at least 10 cleaner data items from desks within the target building. Return these items to the dropship and lift off. Lost conditions are all Xenonauts are eliminated. Now we want to try to get out of this one unscathed. I mean, we'll probably take damage, but we'll just try to be as careful as possible. And I won't play the whole thing here. I'll just get started so you can sort of see the start of it. I'll maybe take some data and then we'll just leave it there. Enemy reinforcements will spawn continuously from turn 6 onwards, so it's important to know this. We've got 7 turns to do the mission. Only items within the dropship will be recovered at mission end, and additional cleaner data will grant further cleaner network progress and can be sold for 25,000. Now, yeah, so if we can get more than the 10, that would be great, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, we'll just go and close. So blah, blah, blah. We'll just press escape and get into it. So we can see 2 of them over this other side, and if we have a bit of a look, we can see that there's one at the back there. These do chop and change a bit. This is why I wanted the sniper up front. I've got the Mars platform here that can then take this one out at 92%. It doesn't matter about destroying these guys, just go for it. So it doesn't matter if these get blown up. Bang, and that was obliterated. So there was a bit of overwatch. We did get hit. Now there's another guard over the other side here. Let's just go for this one. We've got a 70% chance in here. Didn't get to kill him, and that's now, we've got to be a bit careful with him. So let's move him out of the way. Now the other guard is back over there. The Mars platform, I've got to shoot this one with 35, so I'm not going to be able to do much there. So I'm just going to move this one across. Now we're taking damage to the Mars. It does have a fair bit of hit points, and it doesn't matter if it actually takes the damage. The fact that that's now been shot, I should be able to now move across. I moved into this location. So we've got like, there's other forces that are coming in as well, but it's not going to worry us. They're friendly. And it doesn't matter if they get killed either, so don't worry about that. I mean, it probably matters to them, but not to us. I probably could have had a shot there before I actually went off, you know. I could have done one of these snapshots at this guy. Yeah, 44%. It's not great. Let's just move across into here. And there's really nothing on the outside here, so just get ready for it. Now, the shotgunners, where's our rifleman? I've left all them in behind, actually. So I'm just going to move these guys over. Can we get to there easily enough? We can get to there. We'll do that. We want to go through this window with some of them. This is the data on here. We go stand next to it and then just right click. That's how we get it. So we're now protected from that one through there. Now these guys in through this side should actually have reasonable shots. Now if we want to sort of see how far we can go, at 52 there, I can press shift and I get a 72% chance there. I get a 33% chance there, which isn't great. Let's go this way. Okay, it's down to 6 health. And we'll just move this one around. Doesn't have a helmet. I'm going to take another shotgun unit down this other side. Now I could actually bring the shotgun unit up and then do a shot at 26, but it's yeah, it leaves 4 left, but then this guy does get shots at me with his submachine gun. So I don't want to do that. If I do it from back in here, potentially. Yeah, 36 times 3. I just need to get a graze on him, and I've then got him. That's going to leave me with 15, which I should be able to then move and then walk across to there. So let's just take that. So, yep, he's down. So only one of the 3 pellets actually did hit, and there we go. We can actually now get this one across. So we'll just take this one across to there, and we'll move this one through the other side. All right, so we've now just got the one in the back. And we do have this guy here, 6% times 10. There's a chance we'd get it. If we move up, we need to keep 45 to get the 10 shots. So 43, 46, press shift, and we're 11% times 10. We should have enough there to do the damage. Yep, he's down. And you see there we're blasting away. That's now cleared out the front area of what's there. So we can now start to just move forward right up into these other zones. Let's just move this one up. It's a good idea to keep this one fairly central, the shield unit, to go through these doors. There's a lot of damage. I love this as well. Like, we've sort of hit the back wall there and causing damage to that. We'll keep one of the guys to come through this other side. Again, we don't have to really worry too much about this side just yet. That's typically what I found. But anyway, that sort of gets you through the first bit of it. I'll pause this one, and we'll go with probably another one through here, actually. We're on a time limit here. So we're through the windows and then duck down. You can generally do a rush attack just to get past this first bit of it. And we do need to control the middle, but we also need to be going in on the flanks to get other things. So be aware of that. There will be units on the outside as well. So when we sort of scroll around, there'll be units down in this area generally. There'll be units in the middle of the map. It's a fairly big map. Anyway, I'll pause this until we sort of get to where I can just pick up some data, and that way you can sort of see what the data looks like. All right, so next turn, I'm just going to come smashing through this window. Into this room, right click. We picked up one data. It will now show the data that we actually have through there. We'll come back through. We know that there's nothing in this room and through this other side, so we'll just move around into here. Right click on that table. We've now picked up 2, so he's now carrying 2. He has to get back to the drop ship. So if he dies, we're in a bit of trouble. Now we've got 0 there, 4 there. Just move that way and then duck down. And so, yeah, now I just have to sort of move my way through. There's more data sticks through these other windows, through these other doors. Be very careful. It gets quite tricky once you sort of start to hit these other zones. You don't want to be going in with just one unit. We've got this shotgun unit guy here, so let's move him across. I don't know why he goes through there. He always does that. Just move him down into that position, and sometimes the units will sort of then come through the middle there, so we'll actually just move this one into this position, and he can then shoot over the top. I'll still just keep him ducked down, just in case something comes through that window or that door. We want to start to move these back through the other side as well, so we'll move this one across and just get it ready, open, and we're seeing this one, 78%. Now that's going to leave me with 8, but I can then close the door, and that's a good thing for us to do. Actually, we got him down, that's good. We're still going to close that door anyway, and then duck down. There we are. So at least that sort of just protects us a little bit that way. That was lucky. There was the other guy that was actually that NPC ran down this way as well, so I don't know what's happened with him. He can get killed. There's another data location in through there. This one in here, I'm going to do the same sort of deal. Move this one and get this one ready to go through the window, or through this particular door. I don't want to open the door with only 14. I'm just going to duck down in behind. So, and then we're going to move this one across and move it into the middle of the map. It doesn't quite fit through these areas, so it will sort of then break its way open. Bang. And we're just going to get this thing ready to come through the middle. Now I can just go straight through the walls if I wanted to, but I'll just keep it where that is. We now need to bring these heavies up as well, bring them in as close as we can. By the way, you can actually go and have a look at the ground and pick up stuff from the ground and loot things, but you know, like, you don't really need to, because you get them all for free anyway, pretty much. So there's nothing much in there that we require, but you can do it if you need to, particularly if you need to go and pick up weaponry. Let's go and bring this one up again. I'm just going to be careful that, you know, we still want to be protecting what we do, and I do want this one to be in the middle of the maps here somewhere, so I'll just move this one up into there. We haven't left ourselves with much reaction fire, but we're pretty secure at the start. Anyway, I'll pause again, and then we'll come back when we're sort of finishing off the mission. Oh, one other little tip, I didn't actually mention this before, but if you're wanting to, like, I'm trying to get this one, I've got 60% chance, which is a pretty good chance with my Mars robot, and through here he's just come through, seen a unit in the middle there. There's another one in here somewhere as well, but if I'm wanting to actually target other areas, I can press Control, and then I can then start to sort of hit the terrain around it. So if I did want to sort of bring that terrain down, I could do it that way. But I think with 60%, I'll just go for it. Yep, so he's down. Now there's another one at the back there. Now I've got a shot here. I can't actually take the shot because I've now actually moved. So we've got that one down. We'll just go and bring the heavy across, I guess. So we'll bring the heavy into there. There's a reaction fire, so it probably won't have much more that it can actually then go and do. But let's just move this one across. That'll give us 45 with the burst fire. I don't think I can do it from there. Again, if I press there, press shift, and just see, yeah, don't have a movement. If I go to there, press shift, I do actually get what I need there at 13% times 10. May not kill it. What do we get left? We're left with 5 at the end of that, which is a bit risky. So this is where we've got to be a bit careful. We do actually have the sniper as well that can come through. Got 47, which would be enough then to get the shot off. Let's have a look and see if we just press shift. 51%. It's not fantastic. No action there. What about there? 51 there, and I've got the protection then of the other unit. That's 48. Leaves me with 4 left over to then duck down. I think I'll take it. Yep, he's down. Great. And we'll still duck. So we've been able to wipe out a lot of the different units in through here. We're moving our way through. You can see I've only got one more computer desk to get. There's a computer desk in this room in through here. So we'll just keep on moving through it. I'll just pause this again until we finish the mission now. I forgot to mention the control. Anyway, that was what I was just wanting to talk about there. And so once you sort of run out of time, the first cleaner reinforcements have arrived, so there'll be more coming. They just continue coming throughout the whole mission. So we're now moving back at this point in time. So basically we've got our 10. We're just moving back through. Everyone may be able to get back in time. Let's just move the Mars in. Across. So we're not going to have any real issues in here. I've just got everyone sort of now coming back from the mission. And what else have we got? This one in here. Yep, that one's all ready to go. Okay, so end our turn there. And pretty much we'll be done this turn. Now there is still that friendly unit that's wandering around doing its own thing. So we'll just get these guys inside. And then mission end. So that mission is always pretty much the same. Yeah, there we go, mission complete. And away we go again. And so we then pick up the cleaner data, we'll just accept that, and then we start to get information about the cleaners. And as I say, this is a really, really great addition to the game, so it certainly makes the game a lot more interesting, fighting against these humans. So it's very, very cool. Accept the report there. And then we have a progress now towards the cleaner network, and then as we start to get progress against the aliens, that will then appear above it. And so we've now got 2 different types of campaigns going on at the same time, which, as I say, really does exponentially make the game better than what it was in Xenonauts 1. Just click on OK, and away we go again. So we're now just coming back home. We just go fast, and so we're now just moving through. This will then start to, the data that we pick up will then be analysed. Now we're starting to get things, our universe contains almost an unimaginable number of different environments in which life could potentially evolve, blah, blah, blah. So we end up with different reports in here about batons that we can use to try to capture the enemies. We need to try to actually capture the extraterrestrial, so we'll accept the report. We now have new engineering projects available to build the stun gun and the stun baton. So we don't need to assign the research projects as such. Oh, hang on, no, there's no research there. Okay, Warden Armour is the next one for us. So we'll start the research. But getting those batons is like more so than the pistol. The pistol is not that great, but if we just start the research there. And I've got two, I might even grab a third one actually. I might get three of them and then make another assault weapon, another assault guy. So we'll leave that one there with the Warden Combat Armour. That will then make life pretty good for us. We then go across into engineering, and now we have equipment where we now have the stun guns, which we can go and build, or the stun baton. Now I find these more like they're better. They've got like a 20 stun ability, whereas the stun gun itself has only got like a 15 stun. So it does have a better, like you can shoot it at range, but I find that the stun baton, if you've got a few assault guys with these guys, it works in quite well. So let's go and start production of, say, 3 of those. You can see we're still building that second Mars, which we don't really now need. So we now need to get the stun baton. I'm just going to drag that up to the top and just get the 3 that we require. Okay, that's going to be good. So this will then be for us to try to capture, and I might just do that next mission in the next episode, because that'll be about the right sort of timing, where we actually then go after and try to capture a few of the actual aliens. And I'll just go through the different methods of doing that, because it accelerates your progression in the game by doing captures rather than kills. Let's just go back out to the Geoscape. One thing we do need to do again is to go back into our Skyhawk and then move our sniper back. So number 9 is the sniper. Move him back into that middle position. A couple of riflemen. So we've still got a couple of privates that are in here. They didn't level up, which is a bit of a shame. And got the Mars. We've got the shield unit back in through there. We've got the assaults. And we've got the other assault through that side. I'll just keep them on the other side. We'll probably end up making another assault unit out of one of these riflemen. Okay, there we go. So we've got a couple of Sergeant Majors now with the shield unit and also with the heavy units. They're starting, and actually also with the sniper. So these guys are becoming, in fact, we've got 4. There's an assault unit in through there as well. And so we're getting more and more skills up. I might even reshuffle again for the next mission, but the next mission's an important one because we can capture a fair few different types of aliens. So these are sort of scripted at this stage, sort of. Like the next one we're going to be doing is we're going to be shooting down aircraft, going after them. I will do the combat. I'll show you both ways of doing the combat because it is easier just to let the game shoot down the aircraft for you. I know there's still a bit of attention that needs to be done for the actual aircraft combat, but it still works well, like good for me. I'm happy with it. Anyway, I will actually leave it here, guys, and so we'll come back next time. You can see the cleaner network now starting to get more and more information, and then we'll end up with base attacks and all sorts of things with the cleaner network. Anyway, guys, I will leave it there. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next episode. There we go. We've actually now got a medical centre. This is an important one. So we've still got 5 more days before we get the laboratory and then the training centre. I might shuffle in another living quarters, get that one done. So we'll throw that one into the mix. And again, we just want to get the extras, for the adjacency bonus in through that side. So we'll get that one done in 15 days. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.